Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today we got ourselves a special daytime quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So all right, we have ourselves yet another quality check with the Model Y. And as promised, I got a tape measure and I'm gonna be measuring the largest gaps that I see that may be questionable. So let's continue on with a quality check with this beautiful Model Y. Taking a look at the left side, notice that it has the standard wheels. Well, these are the wheels underneath your hubcaps. If you were to powder coat them, they look phenomenal. Now let's move on to the left side, and what we're gonna wanna do is make sure that the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. And looking at over here, and everything looks good, beautiful, and that's what we wanna see. It is a lot better and tighter on the right side than it is the left side, but the gap is definitely within spec. Tesla considers 3mm within spec. So let's continue on over here, and let's take a look at the door. Beautiful, nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. And these are the latest vehicles coming out of the Fremont factory. Notice that the steering wheel's all packaged up, interior all wrapped up, ready to go, just been dropped off right off of the delivery truck, excuse me. And you gotta love it because Tesla's cranking out and pushing out as many orders as possible. As you may know, there's a lot of demand for these vehicles. So right now they're seen to be focused on quantity versus quality, which is unfortunate, but they got to do what they got to do with the amount of demand and orders that they have. So continuing on from the left side to the rear, now let's take a look at this door. Okay, so it's not flush. Now let's take a look over here. So this gap, let's measure it. All right, it's definitely less than 3mm. Now let's check this gap over here. All right, so it's definitely less than 3mm. But the look and by eyeball, and the fact that I can see inside there, it's not really too good. So I definitely would still complain, even though that it fits 3mm. I just don't like the view from this angle that I can see inside there in that gap. We want the gap to be as tight as possible whenever we're taking delivery of a Model Y. Remember, I do these videos not for the money. I do these videos just so I can help out the Tesla community and help out individuals on what to look for during delivery dates. Now let's take a look on the right side. Look at this gap on the right side. Can somebody tell me who built this? Because it's phenomenal, beautiful. This right side is so good. Oh my God, you gotta love it. You definitely gotta love it. All right, so this Model Y, even though that it has a little bit of a gap on the left side, I'm still going to give it a pass because I do love what it has on the right side. But I definitely would still complain. Even though it gets a pass, I'm still going to complain with a Tesla sales rep. I'm gonna take photos and I'm gonna submit it to my sales rep to have that corrected, because if it doesn't look good from your eyeball, and it definitely needs to be fixed. Okay, so let's move on to another Model Y. All right, so we have this beautiful red Model Y with the white interior, and this is the highest spec as far as interior and color options. It's not the high spec as far as the vehicle, because the performance red and white interior is the highest cost and high spec. So this has the standard wheels. Beautiful. Taking a look at the left side, making sure that the color of the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. Beautiful. Do like what I'm seeing here. Onto the right side. Beautiful. Now let's take a look at these wheels. Now let's take a look over here at this driver's side door. The gap looks great. Oh, gotta love the interior. Remember, after you've done a thorough check of the exterior, that's when you want to check the interior. Check the steering wheel, check the seats, check the center console, check that you got the new AMD Ryzen chip, check that the glove box and everything's in there. Check the side doors. Then when you've done with that, check the roof and then under your seats. And then move on to the back. Make sure that the seats fold down properly. After that, check all the seats. Make sure there's no rips, tears, anything that's noticeable. Then check your rear. Then check your front. So let's continue on. So far, so good. Do like what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's check this gap over here and let's see. So let's see. And this gap is a little bit, I would have to say, okay, so this gap right here, I would have to say is 4 to 5 millimeters. So it's definitely not within spec. All right, this gap is okay. Okay, so it's about 4 millimeters for that gap, which is technically not within spec, but it's not that bad. I've seen worse. This light definitely sits in a little bit. Now let's move on to the right side. Let's check. Oh, beautiful. Look at the right side. Somebody, oh my God. So this door actually pokes out a little bit. It's the rear door, very common issue. It's the passenger rear door that pokes out. We've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times. Also, this handle has become a new problem. It's been poking out a bit. So definitely have ourselves some issues. Let's check the, over here. Now, so yeah, this one, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it a fail. Now that I'm measuring it, I'm gonna be a little bit harder on these vehicles because we want Tesla to build the best vehicles. So let's move on to our final Model Y for the evening. All right, so this is our final Model Y for the evening, and guess what? It's the Performance Model Y, and it's the black Model Y with the black interior, and it's looking very sporty. But if you plan on getting the black exterior, make sure that your first upgrade is paint protection film. Cover the whole vehicle. It's gonna prevent it from swirl marks. It's gonna prevent it from light and minor scratches that may occur during a light accident. Also, it's going to preserve the resale value of this vehicle. The black is a beautiful color, but unfortunately, it does show swirl marks every time you watch it. You wash the vehicle and you will see light scratches. It's very visible on the black. So let's continue on and let's do ourselves a quality check. And let's check the fender, making sure that it matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. Everything looks great and you gotta love it. Now let's move on to the right side. Now let's take a look at these wheels. Now let's take a look over here at this driver's side door. Beautiful. Now taking a look over here, interior is all packaged up, ready to go. When you know when it's all packaged up, these are the latest vehicles that just been dropped off right off of the delivery truck. Ready to go. Love it, gotta love it. Now let's check this gap over here. Okay, so it's 3 millimeters, definitely within spec. And this gap over here, let's check it. Looks good, 3 millimeters, boom. Gotta love it. Left side's definitely looking good. Okay, so with the Tesla and the Performance, make sure to check that the spoiler is attached on. There's times that I've seen the spoiler hanging right off. So taking a look over here, beautiful. Now let's check the left light, beautiful. On to the right side. Okay, this light sticks in a little bit. Now let's check the other end of this spoiler. Beautiful, everything's attached on. And wow, look at the right side here. Look how tight that is. But look at that door. Look at that door. Unfortunately, there's always gotta be something wrong. So that door is definitely poking out. But it's very minor, especially when the problem is the door. You know that's a minor issue because all they have to do is just remove the door, make minor adjustments, and put it back on. You could be in and out there less than 30 minutes. So this last Model Y definitely gets a pass. So if you're thinking about ordering a Model Y SX3, make sure to do yourselves a quality check whenever taking delivery. Do not, I strongly urge you, do not go there and rush your delivery and just accept the vehicle without doing your due diligence, without checking the vehicle, without checking the exterior, the interior. Don't just go sign the papers. I know many of you have waited up to a year for your vehicle, so the anticipation has built up and you're basically watching every single Tesla video, including mine, and you're watching every accessory video, and you're just so anxious to get the vehicle. But don't let that excitement on delivery day overshadow what you're supposed to do. And that is do yourself a quality check. So, all right, that's another quality check. That's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a great day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.